Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, July 28th, 2025 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I listen to the wisdom of my inner child. And today, this week, we're finishing up July. How is this even happening? It's so weird because the first few months crept by so slowly and then zoom, and it's been zip zooming ever since. As we finish up this week, we will have Chiron going retrograde, and we're going to have Venus shifting out of Gemini into Cancer, and a Sun and Mercury conjunction. We have a Cazimi this week. So we definitely have some stuff going on. Today's, I would say, still kind of a quieter day. We still have the moon moving through the sign of Virgo. And today, the moon connects with the South Node and Mars and squares with Venus. So we definitely have some lessons around our mental energy, lessons around where we are bringing our mental focus, and especially with the South Node, recognizing where we keep fulfilling those stories and following the same old patterns. The top of the cards today is Eye of the Tiger, and Eye of the Tiger is always a reminder, where do you want to go, and keeping your focus more so on where you want to go. This is the success card, and that's part of that. It's letting that energy continue to drive you forward. And I will tell you, the wisdom of tigers is the wisdom of patience. So there's some of that energy in along with this moon in Virgo. We actually start the day with Venus connecting to Chiron. And so this is a sextile. We have Venus in Gemini, Chiron in the sign of Aries. So they're definitely working together. But anytime we have Chiron bubbling up, we may face wounds. What my hope is that you have been speaking good things to yourself. And with Venus wrapping up in the sign of Gemini, you're continuing to say lovely things to yourself. You're continuing to train your brain to see the beauty in the world, the beauty of yourself, and you're infusing Chiron and Aries, the wounded parts of yourself, the wounded parts of your I am essence, with some of that beauty. And so today's a really good day to wake up and be like, I'm beautiful, I'm going to connect to beautiful things today, I'm going to play and have fun and jive it out. It's a good day for dancing. We've got the Flow with the Rhythm card from the Inner Child Oracle, and while I was sitting here preparing, I had to play the song Dance to the Music by Sly and the Family Stone, because that's what that card brought forward in me, and it felt really good to sit here and groove. And so I think that's a really good way to move these energies through and start your day in a positive way, and hopefully help your mind edge and hedge in that direction. Now, Moon Mars is always interesting, and I had a really interesting, what is his name? Why can't I think of his name? Oh my gosh, I can't believe Ben Stiller. I had an imagination. I don't think it's imagination. I think that he actually did this probably in one of his movies. Ben Stiller having a freak out kind of thing, it's not doing what I want kind of energy. And that's what it felt like with the moon in Virgo connecting to Mars in Virgo, that things are moving and they might not be moving in the direction that you want them to, and you may have a little freak out, you may have a little meltdown. A lot of times moon and Mars together does induce some temper tantrum energy, and you might have to let it out a little bit, and you may have to dance it out a little bit. But once you do that, please go back to Eye of the Tiger and looking in the direction of what you want. I also have the comparison card, and this could feel like that, how come this is working out for them and it's not working out for me, and blah blah blah. And the quote, comparison is the thief of joy, popped into my head when I pulled this card today. I pull this card all the time, but it doesn't usually pop into my head, but today it did. So keep that in mind. And again, once you get out, you need to get out, realign, and see where you can take practical Eye of the Tiger type action towards what it is you want. Now, little bit later after that, we do have the moon in Virgo squaring Venus in Gemini. And so we may have to do a little work on our mental alignment. Are the stories you're telling, again, aligning with the direction you want to go? Are the steps that you're taking, are they aligning with your vision? You may have to do a little head and heart reconnection in that moment, because you may find just some squared energy, squaring off, not really working together within yourself. What I love is that after this, we do have, late in the evening, moon moving into Libra. And the moon moving into Libra is like, okay, we're going to figure this out. We're going to find some balance. We're going to work our way through this energy. So be aware that's hopefully going to help us balance out. Here we have the abundance card. I love this card too, because this is such a good balance card, because it's like, okay, a little of the practical action, a little of the earthly action, and then a little of the spiritual action, a little bit of some pleasure, a little seriousness, a little pleasure. So, you know, so many images popping. During Leo season, I get so many images. But the image popping in my head is like Alice when she's trying to like balance herself. And like, I don't want to be too tall. I don't want to be too small. She eats a little of this, eats a little of that. What do you need? A little broccoli, a little ice cream. What do you need to bring yourself back into balance, especially after any Virgo temper tantrums coming in? So that's where we end up our day. I do want to mention, like I said, we do have Venus wrapping up in Gemini, but the Gemini may also be amping up over the next few days until Venus makes that shift. And so the universe is like, remember to ground in, remember, be here now, bring your presence forth in this energy. And if you are finding the joy and finding the beauty, please be willing to share it with the others, because that will help. So inner child card, flow with the rhythm or dance to the music. Playfulness exercise. Put on some music. Let your body move with abandonment. This is a time for freedom and play, not to worry about technique or style. Dance for the pleasure of moving and release any thoughts you may have of not being good enough to dance. In the world of movement, there is no such thing as good or bad. There is only what you make of your experience. If you find it difficult to dance without judgment of your movements, try dancing with your eyes closed. And if you choose to do this practice, I would suggest dancing slower in a room with plenty of space. Please, if you're closing your eyes, do that, and watch out for cats. The journaling prompt is, what emotions come up for you while dancing? Do you feel uncertainty or shame around your body and how it moves? Do you feel joy or freedom? Do you feel awkward? Whatever feelings may arise, ask yourself why it is that you might be experiencing these emotions around dancing. And I will tell you that we, and you mostly know this, but we hold so many emotions in our body when we dance. It does move the stuff along. So be aware of that and dance to the music anyway. So that's it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. And the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and may your guiding light be strong, and know that you can trust your process. Namaste.